Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Confident English Podcast, the cozy place where you can learn English easily, have fun, and improve step by step with no stress.
Hey, good to be here.
Alex, how are you today?
Honestly, I'm great. I had a really good morning for once, which is rare.
Wait, rare? You always say you're a morning person.
Sophie, I say that, but I also hit the snooze button 4 times this morning, so
Oh, okay. We'll talk about that. We are definitely talking about that today.
yeah, I figured. Couldn't hide it forever.
So, if you are new here, welcome. Welcome to the family. This podcast is for you if you want to speak English naturally and confidently. Please hit that subscribe button. It really helps us a lot, and it means you won't miss a single episode.
And if you've been here for a while, thank you. Seriously, your support means everything.
Today's topic is one that every single person can relate to. We're talking about morning routines, how you start your day, what you do, what you say, what you feel in English.
Yep, and trust me, there are some expressions here that even native speakers mess up.
Ooh, we'll get to that. But first, okay, real talk. I asked 5 of my English students last week, tell me about your morning routine in English. And you know what they said?
Let me guess. I wake up, I eat, I go to work.
Word for word, every single one.
Classic.
Now, is that wrong? Technically, no. But does it sound natural? Does it sound like someone who actually speaks English?
Not really. Like, no native speaker talks like that.
So here's my question for you today, and I want you to really think about this. Can you describe your morning in English and actually sound natural, like a real speaker, not a textbook?
Because after today, you absolutely can.
Okay, let me break this down for you. We're going to look at morning routines, the real English that people use every single day, not textbook English.
Right. Like the stuff you'd actually say to a coworker, a friend, a Tinder date.
Alex!
I'm just saying, mornings come up in conversation all the time.
They do, they really do. So let's start with the very first moment of the day. Expression number 1 and 2, and these are two that people confuse all the time. Wake up and get up. They sound similar, but they are not the same thing.
Oh yeah, this is a real one.
Okay, so think about it like this. Wake up is the moment your eyes open. Your body is still in bed. Your brain is like, where am I?
Yeah, that's accurate.
Get up is when you actually move. You put your feet on the floor, you stand, you start your day. So 2 different moments, right?
Exactly. Like, I wake up at 7, but I don't get up until 7:30.
Because of the snooze button, right?
Because of multiple snooze buttons, yes.
So let's use them in a real conversation. Imagine your friend asks, "What time do you wake up?" You say, "I wake up at 6:30, but I usually get up around 7." See the difference? Wake up, eyes open, get up, body moves.
And honestly, most people I know get up way later than they wake up. There's like a whole separate life that happens between those two moments.
The scrolling your phone life.
Exactly. That's the real morning routine.
Which brings us to expression number 3. And Alex, this one is yours.
Hit the snooze button. Yes, my specialty.
To hit the snooze button means to press the button that turns off your alarm for a few more minutes of sleep, and then it rings again.
And then you hit it again.
And again.
Honestly, I say this all the time, and I do it all the time. I hit the snooze button 3 times this morning. That's a real sentence. That's a real life.
It is. And you can use it figuratively too, like stop hitting the snooze on your goals. But we'll keep it literal for today.
Good. Let's not get philosophical at 7 a.m.
Okay, expression 4. This one is super common and very easy to mess up in translation. Have a shower or take a shower. In English, both are correct. Both are natural.
Yeah, Americans usually say take a shower. British English is more have a shower. But honestly, both work fine everywhere.
And we add quick when we don't have much time. I had a quick shower and ran out the door. You hear that a lot.
Every Monday morning, that's me. Literally every Monday.
Now, the common mistake. Do people say I did a shower?
No, no, no. That sounds very wrong.
It does sound wrong. You never do a shower. You take a shower. You have a shower. That's it.
Yeah, did a shower is a one-way ticket to sounding like a textbook. Don't do it.
Great. Moving on. Expression 5. And this one is very natural, very casual. Grab a coffee. Not take a coffee, grab a coffee.
Yeah, grab is like a relaxed, fast version of get. Like, I'll grab a coffee on my way to work. It means quickly get one. No ceremony, no sitting down.
Right, you can grab breakfast too. I grabbed a coffee and a croissant. Very natural, very real.
Honestly, grab is one of those words that just sounds native immediately. Like, start using it and people will notice.
Great tip. And related to this, expression 6, skip breakfast. To skip something means to not do it. I was so late, I skipped breakfast. Very common, a little sad, but very common.
Speaking from experience, Sophie?
We don't need to talk about that. Okay, 2 more expressions that go together perfectly. Get dressed and rush out the door.
Oh yeah, morning combo.
Get dressed, simple, right? You put on your clothes. But notice, in English, you get dressed. You don't dress yourself normally in conversation. Get dressed is the natural choice.
And rush out the door, that means you leave the house very quickly, in a hurry, like no time to think. I rushed out the door at 8:15.
And those two go perfectly together. I got dressed in 5 minutes and rushed out the door. That's a real morning sentence.
That's Tuesday morning for me.
Just Tuesday?
Okay, most mornings. Happy?
Okay, stop. This is the mistake moment. Every episode, we look at one common mistake that even intermediate students make. And today's mistake is a big one.
Ooh, which one?
Okay, so many learners say, in the morning, I am doing my routine. Or, every day, I am waking up at 7.
Oh yeah, the present continuous for habits. Yeah, that's a classic error.
Exactly. So here's the rule. For habits, things you do regularly, every day, we use the simple present, not the present continuous.
Right. I wake up at 7, not I am waking up at 7. That second one sounds like it's happening right now, in this moment, while we're talking.
Exactly. Think of it like a calendar versus a live video. Simple present is your calendar, your routine, your habits. Present continuous is a live video, what's happening right now.
Calendar versus live video. I love that.
So, I wake up at 7, I grab a coffee, I rush out the door. All simple present, all habits, all perfect.
And if someone asks you in the moment, like, what are you doing? Then you say, I'm making breakfast. Present continuous, because it's right now.
Exactly. You've got it. Okay, one more important expression before our quiz, and this one is cultural. Are you a morning person?
The eternal question.
A morning person is someone who feels good, energetic, and happy in the morning. They wake up easily, they don't need 3 coffees to function.
I am not that person.
Clearly. And not a morning person, that's someone who finds mornings difficult, who is slow, quiet, maybe a little grumpy until they wake up properly.
Honestly, I say this all the time, and it's always true. Don't talk to me before my first coffee. I am not a morning person.
And you know what's great about this expression? You can use it to explain so much about yourself instantly. Oh, I'm not a morning person. That's why I always work late. It's very natural and very useful.
Super useful. Write that one down.
Okay, quiz time. Alex and I love this part. This is your moment to show what you know. I'm going to ask 3 questions. You have 15 seconds each to answer. Ready?
I'm ready. I'm nervous, but I'm ready.
Question 1. What's the difference between wake up and get up? Think about it. What are the 2 different moments? Okay, wake up, eyes open, still in bed. Get up, body moves, feet on the floor. 2 different moments. Did you get that?
Nailed it, obviously.
Question 2. How do you say this correctly? Listen carefully. Every morning, I am taking a shower and I am grabbing a coffee. What's wrong with that sentence? The answer, we use simple present for habits. It should be, every morning I take a shower and I grab a coffee. Simple present, habit, calendar, not live video.
Ah, the calendar rule. Good one.
Question 3, last one. Fill in the blank. I was so late this morning, I blanked breakfast and blanked out the door. What are the two expressions? The answer, I skipped breakfast and rushed out the door. Did you get both? Skipped and rushed. Beautiful.
Great job, everyone. If you got all 3 right, you are already solid B1. Seriously.
And if you got 1 or 2, that's still amazing progress. Keep going. You're getting there. Okay, let's do a quick bonus round. Alex and I are going to have a real conversation about our mornings, and I want you to listen for these 4 expressions. Take your time, be in a rush, feel groggy, and get going.
Ooh, feel groggy. That's me every day.
Okay, so Alex, tell me about your morning routine.
All right, so I wake up at around 7, I hit the snooze button, we've established this, then I get up, but I feel really groggy for like the first 20 minutes.
Feel groggy means feeling slow, tired, not fully awake, like your brain needs time to start.
Yeah, like your brain is still buffering. Then I take a quick shower, that helps a lot, and then I make coffee. I don't skip that, ever.
And do you take your time with breakfast?
Take your time? No. I'm always in a rush. I grab something, usually toast, and I get going.
Get going means start leaving, start moving. Okay, I need to get going or I'll be late.
Exactly. That's my morning in 4 expressions. Hit snooze, feel groggy, grab coffee, get going.
Honestly, Alex, that's most people.
I am universal. I contain multitudes.
Okay, what about a positive morning? Like, what does a good morning look like for you?
Oh, wow. A good morning. Okay. So on weekends, when I actually take my time, I wake up naturally, no alarm. I make proper coffee, not just grab it. I sit outside for a bit. It feels great.
That's the dream. And notice, take your time means go slowly without stress. I took my time this morning. I really enjoyed it. That's the opposite of being in a rush.
Yeah. Rush is weekdays. Take your time is Saturday morning with no plans.
Perfect. Okay, let's bring it all together. Sophie's big 3 for today.
Hit me.
Number 1, know your 2 moments. Wake up, eyes open, get up, body moves. They are not the same.
Good one.
Number 2, habits use simple present, not present continuous. I wake up, I grab coffee, I rush out the door. That's your calendar, not your live video.
Calendar versus live video. Classic.
Number 3, sound natural with grab, skip, rush, and get going. These 4 words will make your English sound instantly more real.
And my bonus tip as a native speaker, use honestly and literally naturally. Like, I literally hit the snooze 5 times. It adds so much life to your English.
Yes, and here's a little memory trick. Think GSRG. Grab, skip, rush, get going. That's a morning going wrong in the best possible way.
GSRG. I love it.
Okay, before we go, here is your 1 action for today. Just 1. Tonight, before you sleep, write 3 sentences about your morning in English. Use at least 3 expressions from today. I wake up at, I grab, I usually rush. Just 3 sentences. That's it.
And if you want to share, drop it in the comments. We actually read them. Sophie reads every single one.
I do, and I love it. Speaking of comments, today's keyword is morning. Type morning in the comments if you listened all the way to the end. It tells me you're serious about your English, and it helps the channel so much.
Next episode, we're going to a place that makes a lot of people nervous in English. Shopping. Asking for things, complaining politely, returning items. It's going to be really good.
It is going to be so good, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it.
And if today's episode helped you, please share it with one friend who's learning English. One friend, that's all.
Thank you so much for being here today. You showed up, you practiced. That's what it takes.
Keep going. You've got this.
See you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.
Later.